Hi, welcome to Challenge the Road. We need to go through this week. I've had a crazy idea last night. It's sort of been in the background of my mind for a while, and I just made the decision last night, and I've been out doing that today, but we'll come back to that. What I want to talk about is the Cars and Coffee CTR event we had at Bewl. We had some rally cars there. We had 4 Aston CTR Vantages there, the competition car. We had the green Vantage that I'm making in the V12. We had our original 001 4.3, and we had our blue 4.7S, which we're using a bit as it's my prototype car, but I love that car. It drives so well. But anyway, I was thinking there was so much good feedback from the event. I'm going to do more of them, and I'm going to do one every month. That's the plan. So I'm just waiting on them dates and I can give them to you. But there's been so much good feedback on the Vantages. Everyone seems to love that shape. Everyone also seems to love the green. And it's got me thinking with the competition car, I think I'm going to turn that green. I think I'm going to do that next week. So Lewis, if you're watching the video, I'm going to be giving you a call because we're going to turn that green for the competition because it just looks so good. And, you know, I monitored everyone around that event and they all go to the green car. Really interesting. The other thing is, it's nice to meet people. I had quite a lot of different owners. I had people come down with the 993 that we sold through VVS. Had a good chat with him about his car. He's very interested in a 997. We know we're going to go down that route as well. And I'll come back to 997. 996 C4S, we had an owner come down, said he saw the video, said he's interested in upgrading his 4S. I really love that car. You know, I've done track days in them. I had them when I was probably 30, so 20 years ago. I just think it's a very good looking car, and it just seems like a lot of value to me. And we'll come back to 996 as well because I've got some news on that, and 997. But going back to the event, yeah, we had a brilliant time. I know I didn't overly publicise it. It was just because it was a dry run. I didn't want too many people there. I'd done it on a Thursday morning. I knew that would be tricky for some people, but I just didn't want to flood out Bewl, and I needed to just get a grip on my surroundings at that bistro area, how it's going to work. I brought the rally cars down, and I just love seeing that Colin McRae car, to tell the truth. With the colours, we didn't have any sun, which was frustrating because I really wanted the green car to pop, but the white car with the martini is just outstanding with the orange and the blue, and it's just so good. And obviously we put it with the Mark 1, which is this, you know, this road and rally collection, which is like my dream. I always wanted that, and I've actually, you know, pretty much got sort of 8 road and rally. One second, very dodgy out of here. They've closed the road, and it's, oh, hold on, there's a car coming that way. Back out in the van because obviously I'm moving and I need to move stuff, but also the Taycan's only a 4-seater, so in the week had to pick up all the girls for hockey and their friends, and I went back to the van. Actually quite enjoying it, it's driving well. So going back to that, we had the rally cars there. And obviously I'm analysing that event, what people are doing, where they're going, where I'm going. And it just got me really thinking about the Porsche Dakar. And I went to VVS and there was one there, and people just keep talking about the Dakar and the Cerato and all these type of cars. And I'm thinking, quite a lot of money. I think they were about 200k with options to buy, and I think there may be a little bit more than that to buy now because it's a limited edition car. But I was thinking, like, 3-litre turbo, why did they go that way? Obviously because they want torque. And I started to watch some videos last night, and I'm thinking I'm going to make a V12 sort of rally version, like a Dakar version of that Aston. And I couldn't sleep. And I woke up about 3 o'clock and I'm thinking, what colour am I going to do the wheels? And then it was 5 o'clock. Then it was 6 o'clock. Then at 6:30 I thought, I've had enough now, I've got to get up. But anyway, I rung Sam at 7 o'clock to say, Sam, what colour are you? He didn't answer, he's probably asleep. But anyway, I then rung Tyre Point at 7:30 and, well, messaged him and said, Mark, give me a call. I want to look at winter tyres. So I've got in my mind now that the green V12 Vantage that I've got there, that was going to be like a touring version, because the V8 I think is more the racier, it's more the road car, high traction, and I think it's in a position where it's quite exceptional at the moment. And I went out last night, and every time I drive it, it's a bit aloof at first, because I think the Vantage is a bit like the old, if you imagine the old 355, 360 days, where the car just needs warmth. It needs to run, and then the more it runs, the better it runs, and then you don't want to stop driving. And actually at the Cars and Coffee, I gave 3 test drives to people, and I think they were very, very impressed. And I know I'm not in an expert position of anything to do with motorsport or whatever, but I've had a lot of cars, I've driven a lot of suspensions, and I know where things need to be very, very quickly, and I think I've got it on the ball. So going back to the V12, I've then woke up thinking, right, I'm going to do something. I'm going to change them wheels somehow. So I've got the Apex wheels arriving, and I spoke to Chris on the phone. I said, Chris, when are they arriving? He said, Richard, they're this week. And then I thought, I'm so impatient, aren't I? I think I'm not going to wait that long. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to VVS. I've got a set of the forged V12 rims with tyres on. I'm going to chuck them in the van, so I did, and I'm going to go over there and I'm going to choose a colour. So I went in there, saw Jack, saw Harrison. I'm going, what are we going to do? I want to do it like today. I don't want to wait any longer. They can get them picked up Monday. That's how, the relationship with VVS is great. It really, really helped me. So thinking, what am I going to do? I'm thinking, so I'm going round all the cars. I'm looking at some. So at the moment, you've got like it's like a brushed chrome with a black insert, and I don't think it does the wheel justice. And no one ever says to me on that car, oh, that wheel looks really nice. So I thought, right, I'm going to go with a colour. I'm going to go with like a blue or an orange. And I thought, no, that's not going to work, Richard. That's a stupid idea. You're going to make mistakes again at the start. So I thought, right, have a look round. And I've decided I'm going to go for Ghost Silver, the P1 Silver on the car. And on the inserts, I'm going to go with the Ferrari grey that we've got on the 430 Scuderia for sale at VVS. And I think it's going to look really good. And I went round the green one, just trying to get that in my mind. But then, this is where it gets very, very exciting. We're talking to Intrax. Now, part of this journey was they made a rally car and the suspension was Intrax for Francois Delacour, amazing driver. And I keep watching the videos of him in the white car, and I think, I'm having that suspension. I'm having that suspension on the car. So I am. So yeah, I'm going to put a full rally suspension on the car with these rims, but I'm going to keep it looking as if it's a normal car. But I'm just going to raise the height, but I'm going to go with the winter tyres. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'll give you my reasoning. At the moment, I think I've driven the Vantage about twice in the dry in about 6 months. It's just been raining here all the time. I reckon I get maybe 2 months of decent weather in England to drive the car on these 4Ss. What's the point? I'd rather have more comfort, which I'm hoping I'll get, raise the suspension. The roads are terrible here. I can't tell you how bad they are. It's just pothole. One of the reasons with the STO, I thought I'm going to sell that car because I don't know where I can go out in it. Whereas if I have this Aston, I've got a V12. I'm going to have like super suspension, best of the best. I'm going to have winter tyres. It's going to look cool. The green looks amazing. The V12, I've got nice exhaust on that. I've taken it, made it lighter. I think this is going to be a fantastic car. Fantastic car. And then while I was doing that, just earlier, a guy's contacted me saying he wants a CTR V12. I thought, right. So hopefully we're going to get on a bit of a roll with these cars now, and I want to keep these Vantages going. That's my job now, keep the Vantages going. I'm thinking of a V12, and I'm going to call it CTR Rally, maybe the R as the Rally, and I'm going to use e-fuels. So it's going to be a V12 with e-fuels, amazing suspension, look the same so no one really knows. They just see the green and think, wow, that's a lovely Aston. What do you think? That's what I want you to know. That's the reason of this video. What do you think? Is that cool? Are all these Dakar stuffs just cool and we're going back to older days when we used to have these Subarus and cars with higher profile tyres that had better ride? You drove it everywhere at a nice speed and you enjoyed it because you wasn't going dong, 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 all the bumps everywhere. I think so. And I think why these Dakars and that, if you go out in a GT3, I know I've done the video and obviously I took some flack saying I thought the Aston was better than the GT3. On the day it was. That's my opinion. It's because the GT3 992 was very poor ride. And that was before I put the Intrax on. So now there's no way a 992 GT3 will compete with my Vantage for me driving. It won't compete with it, and that's just as it is. That Vantage has got a lot about it. And to tell the truth, when I drive that Vantage, people look and stare and thumbs up and let you out, and you don't get that with Porsche. So yeah, I just want your feedback really. What do you think? Am I still crazy? Absolutely. Am I going to do it? I'll be doing it this week. I'm not messing around. I'm talking to Intrax. Get me that rally suspension over here now. I want it. I want those winter tyres. The alloys are being done. And yeah, I'm just loving it. It's brilliant, isn't it? So that's a quick update. I will get these days out about Cars and Coffee. If you've got a chance to download the app, hopefully the Android was supposed to be Thursday. It's got to be early this week. You can buy tickets there. You can join on YouTube and have tickets as well. That car's going to go green. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a mega week. This week I've got Monday evening, I've got the new Vantage launch. Looking forward to going to that. But again, they're going to be like 200, 240,000. This V12 Rally I'm going to do, and wait until I start looking at the gearbox. I want a shorter gear, that car. So yeah, that's a quick update. Hope you enjoy your week ahead. I'm going to head off now, so I've got to edit this video and get some Wi-Fi because I'm struggling at home. And I'll see you again soon. Please like, share, subscribe if you can. It really helps if you can subscribe and like the video, and if you get a chance to comment, that's great. Just helps more people find the channel, helps us grow, and helps us do more stuff. So yeah, see you again soon. Bye.